back to my channel, everybody. I've got a Valentine's Day tutorial for you, so let's get into it. So of course I've already done my eyebrows. Over and then work that in with my ring finger. Sometimes these paint pots can really give your shadow a really nice opaque look. I'm really excited about my first Valentine's Day in LA. Granted, I'm not a big, huge Valentine's Day celebrator, or as some people say, Valentines. My husband hates when people say Valentine's Day. He absolutely hates it. And when we encounter people that do say Valentine's, he's just like, no, but I'm excited about, because I don't demand to do anything for Valentine's Day, but if it happens, then, you know, hey. Valentine's Day is really close to my anniversary, so we don't go too crazy. I'm gonna set the soft ochre with this translucent powder from Tarte. And I'm just taking a little bit just to kind of set it all. And I'm using this shadow brush that I got a very long time ago. I honestly think I got this when I was like 22. Okay, so I'm gonna be using actually 3 different palettes. I'm gonna use the Meet Matte Shadow Palette from The Balm. I'm using the Tartelette palette, the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and then of course some single shadows that I have in a Z palette. I am gonna have a star on the scene. This single shadow color from Colourpop in the color Midnight. That's actually gonna go in the center of the lid. For my transition color, I'm gonna use Smarty Pants from the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and I'm gonna put this color right above the crease, and this is a Morphe M441 brush, and I'm using the windshield wiper motions very lightly back and forth, and this is just gonna help all of the colors have like a gradient effect. Next, I'm taking the Matte Kumar color. This is like a burgundy reddish color. I'm still using the same brush, and this time I'm taking the end of the brush and I'm putting it more into the crease, very, very lightly. I'm running it all the way around, and then I'm gonna pull it to the outside and just kind of do like a little swirl motion. So all the way around, side, and then take it in on the inner corner. We're leaving a space in the middle for the star. The next single shadow that I'm using is Embark, and this time I'm going to use a M576 brush from Morphe. This eyeshadow brush is a lot more pointy on the end, so it really, really, really helps you get into the crease. And I'm going to take that and pop it in the crease right on top. I want it to be very gradient. I don't want the brown color to really filter into this outside part right here. So I'm just gonna try to do my best to keep it up here. My eyelids are really dry, dude. And it's okay if you get a little bit of the brown eyeshadow on the outside. I mean, we're gonna just go back over it. Picking that M441 up again, and then just going back over it again with the red. I like this. What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? Honestly, if my husband took me to the hot dog place that we go to, I'd be so happy. Can nobody do me like you do? Okay, so I always get asked this question every year, which is, why am I not such a big person on Valentine's Day? Very quickly, Midnight from Colourpop. This is what we're gonna put in the middle of the eyelid. So I'm gonna take this Revlon concealer brush. I actually think I want to wet it a little. And then I'm gonna dip that into the color, and I'm popping that right in the middle of the lid, just in that space that we had left open for the shadow. And I'm just gonna go back with the M441, taking a little bit of that matte Kumar, and then I'm just gonna kind of like blend out the edges. Okay, so again, people ask me why I'm not really big on Valentine's Day. And it's honestly because when I was younger, my dad, I don't want to say spoiled, but man, every Valentine's Day I had something. So he would always bring me candy, teddy bears, all of that stuff when I was in school, elementary, middle school, and then high school. And then after high school, I was just like, all right. Actually, in high school, I think it might have been like my 10th or 11th grade year. I was just like, all right, Dad, I don't need any more presents. And it always turned out that every year I didn't have like a boo thing. And so my dad always ended up being my Valentine. And he would take me out and buy me things. And so in that sense, I was really, really blessed. And so nowadays, I just don't expect a lot because I just feel like my dad did a lot of front loading. So I blended those edges out. This is one of those eyeshadow applications where it takes a little bit more time and a little bit more precision. If you're trying to hurry up and get out of the door and make it to dinner, this probably isn't going to be the best thing for you. So if you watch my last video, which was on my IMAX experience / haul, then you know that I bought quite a few brushes from Morphe, and lately I've been using over and over and over and over their eyeliner brush. So this is from the Rose Gold collection, and it's the R45. This has been my baby. She's a little bit thicker than what I usually use for eyeliner brushes, but it turns out that it actually works in my favor. So I'm gonna take my Inglot Gel Liner. Hopefully this wing will behave. I'm making sure that my wing is not too thick because I do not want to cover up all of the work that I did for the middle part of the eye. For the lashes, I'm gonna use these KOKO Lashes in Queen Bee. I tried these out went to a girls' night dinner last weekend. I realized that I should have trimmed them because these are unusually longer. One thing that you want to remember when you're trimming lashes is that you always want to trim on the outside first, especially if it's gradually getting shorter. Hey babe, do you mind bringing me my makeup bag out of my purse? I have the best husband in the world. All right, so I'm using the Duo Lash Glue. Okay, and I'm just gonna tuck those under my lashes. That's beautiful, girl. And then lastly, I'm gonna take Flower Child. Gonna drag that as my highlighter. And I'm using the same brush that I had when I set my eyes. Usually you wouldn't put a shimmer shadow under your brows because it just makes it look ill-placed. Usually, especially if you're going out, you want like that effect, like that gradient effect where like pop, 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 pop. It's like up in the eyebrows. You don't want to start like pow, 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 pow. You don't want to do that. For primer, I'm going to use the MAC Prep and Prime. If you're going out, you definitely want to put a primer on because the primer is going to help the makeup stay on longer. Okay. I'm gonna take my erase paste from Benefit because I need a little peachy action. I got some dark circles going on, so I need to cancel that out. I have a little bit of discoloration on the sides of my mouth, so I'm just gonna pop that on either side. And it's just gonna cancel it out. For foundation, I'm using my MAC Studio Fix, and this is in the color NC45. I think I got this, I don't know how long ago I got this, but it was a little bit too bright for me. But now this is the only, like, I can use this by itself and it looks good. My skin has definitely brightened from the winter. I didn't know you were here. Want to say hi? Guys, this is Tugs. Say hi, buddy. Say hi. Mm-hmm. Say hi, buddy. Oh, I love you. That's my baby. My sugar pie. Mm-hmm. Using a beauty blender, as always. These bags definitely say that I'm back to teaching, because for my concealer highlight, I'm gonna take, listen, this right here. You know, it's not always about the price. Sometimes it's just about the durability. And this bad boy right here is my holy grail. Around that, I feel like I need a little bit. I feel like I may need quite a bit because I'm gonna do a little baking and set my eyes with the banana powder. I think I'm gonna do a little contouring. I don't usually contour. I bronze. So I have this NYX contour palette. It's a cream palette in medium. The purpose of contouring, it's sculpting your face. It's not making you look fake, okay? Sometimes us makeup girls, we can go out of control with the contour, okay? I'm gonna blend it in with the beauty blender. And you wanna make sure that you're blending up because you don't want it to drag down. If it drags below this line, then more than likely it's gonna look like you have huge cheeks. Now I'm gonna go over that contour with my e.l.f. bronzing palette. And I'm using a Morphe M523 brush. And remember, you want to stay above the line that you've given the contour. And the rest of my face, I'm going to take a MAC 135 brush and swirl that in there too. And then this, I'm just gonna give a light bronze. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease. This is just gonna define that contour that you already have, because sometimes after you've blended it out, it's not as precise. So I'm taking the tip of the beauty blender and I'm gonna find where that line is, and I'm just gonna cut it under the contour. Good contour. Let's go back to the eyes, and I always set my under eyes first before I do any kind of bottom shadow. A lot of times you have fallout with shadow application. It's just the way that it works. And so if I have the powder cooking or baking under my eyes after I put the shadow under, if some falls out, I just sweep it off when I'm done. Back into Smarty Pants, and we're gonna go over that very quickly. 'Cause I'm hollow. Shout out to my best friend Tori Kelly.
Now I'm gonna take that matte Kumar color, and the same thing that we did on the top, we're gonna do on the bottom. We're shading the outside of the line and leaving room for the Colourpop shadow in the middle. Next, we're gonna take that Embark again. Same thing, outside, outside. So this is the Real Techniques accent brush. Got a little sparkle. I feel like my right eye is turning out better than my left. Taking this e.l.f. blush brush, and I am dusting away all of this excess powder. Not too crazy. For the liner on the inner rim, I'm gonna take this Milani Easy Liner for Eyes in the color Black. Okay, so I took Firecracker and Funny Girl from the Tarte Lit and Bloom palette, mix a little bit of that together, and I'm just gonna put that in the inner corner for like a little girl. Whew. Yeah. Taking my other holy grail, the Physicians Formula Glow Pearls in the color Bronze Pearl. And I'm gonna run that along. Get myself a nice little glow. So this is the Laura Geller Illuminator in the color Gilded Honey. And I'm using a Morphe M13 fan brush. When you have on highlighter and your cheeks are contoured, you just have so much more lift. Like that contour already lifts the cheeks, and then the highlighter pushes it up too. For blushes, I'm using the new blushes that I got from IMAX with the Morphe E34. And this is like that plum color. So this is the MAC lip pencil in the color Strip Down, and I'm just gonna lightly line the lips. I feel like Stone is that perfect neutral lip liner. You can use it with pretty much anything. And this is Stone, and I'm gonna run that across. What are you guys watching on Netflix? My husband and I have been watching Lemony Snicket's, a series of unfortunate events. That show, oh my gosh, it's so hilarious. To set my face, I'm using the NYX Matte Finish, and that is it. Okay guys, so that wraps up this tutorial. I'll make sure to link pretty much most of the products that I use in the box below. Let me know if you guys decide to try this look or any other looks that you're planning on using for Valentine's Day, and then let me know what you're planning on doing. Are you going to dinner? Are you hanging out with your girls? Are you gonna be sitting on the couch eating Ben & Jerry's ice cream, watching Netflix, crying? I don't know. Let me know. If you enjoyed this video, which I know you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I'll also link all of my social media platforms that you can follow me on: Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Facebook. And I will see you guys in my next video. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.